Now, these may not be relationships that you spend a lot of time with each and every one of those people, but it's somebody new that you are meeting. Playing it safe in your career can lead to stagnation. Now, I understand that when you take a risk, it feels a little scary every now and then, especially around your career. But here's the deal. Anytime you approach anything with a spirit of fear, you will always underpenetrate that opportunity. So you should understand that every single time that you take a risk, you get one of two things. You get the blessing, i.e. you get the thing you were working for, or that thing you thought was risky or that you wanted to achieve, or you get the lesson. You now know how to do it better, how to do it differently, how to do it successfully. It is always worth taking the risk. Now let's talk about how you think about taking a risk when it comes to your career. If you continue to do the same thing over and over and over, you should understand that you will get left behind. The rate of innovation is now down to less than a year. People are acquiring new technology skills. They're learning how to leverage technology. Technology is coming into play and actually replacing and enhancing certain jobs. So you want to think to yourself that if I want to be successful in my career, I must invest in my own learning. I should learn something new every single month. Technologically, operationally, financially, I should look to add at least 3 new relationships to my network every single quarter. Now, these may not be relationships that you spend a lot of time with each and every one of those people, but it's somebody new that you are meeting. And at least one of those people you might find makes a lot of sense to invest and develop that relationship even further. Now, you can think about all of what I just said as calculated risks. You don't know what's going to happen on the other side of those engagements as you're trying to build those relationships. You don't know how fast you're going to embrace the new process or the new technology. But the fact that you are consciously and intentionally making an investment in your own intellect and your own learning, you are also investing in your success. You are heightening the probability that you can maximize your success as you move forward in your career. I talk a lot about that in the second book that I wrote a few years ago called Strategize to Win. A calculated risk, you know why you are taking that risk. You know what the probable or potential outcomes could be from taking that particular risk, and you have some idea of what might happen, of what consequences might be present if you don't, quote, achieve it the first time around. Once you've thought about it, as you think about taking on a new job, and you say, what's the worst that can happen? Worst that can happen is that I won't be very good at that job. But the fact that you took the shot, you have learned something about the new role, you have met some new people, you have further crystallized what you like or you don't like, so therefore, it was worth the risk. That, again, is a calculated risk because you thought about it, you knew why, you were intentional about going for that particular opportunity, and you had some idea. So don't walk into a new situation thinking, oh, I'm not going to make it, or what happens if I don't make it? I won't be able to come back to my old job. It's not about what you were doing. It's about what you're going to be able to do on the other side of taking that risk. There are so many benefits in taking these kinds of risks in your career. It's not only what you learn, it's not only who you meet, it's about how you prepare yourself for the next opportunity. And here's how you know when it's time to take that risk. When you're going into your current opportunity every single day, and you can almost do it with your eyes closed, it no longer brings you joy, you don't have the same intellectual challenge around it, then chances are you've already mastered that, and there's nothing else that you're going to be able to get from that experience. If you have 2 years, 5 years, 15 years in front of you in your career, then now you know that it's time to take the risk, change that seat, maybe even change the house, which is the place where you're prosecuting the seat, and try something new. So often I hear people say, I have 1 more year before I retire. I have 2 more years before I retire. But at the end of the day, what are you going to do? Have you thought about what you're going to do the next 15 years in retirement? Have you thought about what you're going to do in the next year? So don't give up so easily thinking that's it. Now you say, what skills have I already acquired? What experiences have I acquired? Who do I know? How might I take all of this experience over the last 25 or 30 years and now apply it to this thing? Or if you're 5 years into your career, you should be saying, how do I take all the skills that I've acquired in 5 years and apply them to a different opportunity within my current organization, or actually change my complete industry and take all of those things and now accelerate my learning in a new industry and try something that I may enjoy even more. Taking calculated risks are a part of maximizing your overall career journey. You have to take risks in order to grow. When you grow, you heighten the probability that you will be successful. Go get them.